my partner is awesome, right? You got married to somebody who you liked for any number of reasons. And the fact that you're mad at them now probably is the smaller part of what's going on. Like, yes, he's very forgetful. He keeps forgetting to get the dry cleaning, but he's reliable. He's funny. He's very generous. Whatever all the things are that you love about your spouse, that has to be front and center. And if that's part of the positive communication. If you're focusing on that and you contextualize, any one mistake really, pales in comparison to all the benefits you get from this. Not that you should ignore and just, oh, it's no big deal because he's so nice, but to be able to say, like, oh, you know what, I really hate the forgetfulness, but okay, that's one part of him, and there's a lot more parts of him. Nobody's perfect. Any person you marry is going to have some deficits, and you don't necessarily get to pick them. I mean, you picked some of them, but every person you marry is a package of pluses and minuses, and you try to do the best job you can picking out the ones that work well for you. But inevitably, you get stuck with some that you didn't want or didn't expect, and that's normal. I mean, that's the way life is. This is a much broader mindset question. Is life doesn't give you everything you want, and there are challenges, and there are things in yourself you wish you didn't have. I wish I was more organized or, more athletic or whatever it might be. And you can spend your life being disappointed that things are not what you ideally wanted, or you can focus on the things that are working and pull yourself up from your strengths and make the most of it. And that's as true with marriage as it is with the rest of your life. But it's hard. There's no question that's a hard situation to be in. And I don't mean to minimize that. You can just sort of
Mhm.
wave that away with a,
Mhm.
with a happy fairy wand. Right. So there was that. There was people make mistakes, right? It's very important that when things go wrong, like that's normal. How about nobody can read minds, right? This is the thing that people do is like, well, it should be obvious. Obviously, I'm mad. Why do I have to explain it to him? Obviously, this would make anybody mad. Yeah, it's not obvious. It's not. You think that someone knows how you feel, but no matter how obvious you think it is, I promise you there are things that you believe are very clear and are not. It's critical to say how you feel. And vice versa is like, you don't know how your partner feels. You might think, well, obviously, he's angry at me. Look at the way he's standing. Hmm, could just be that he has a stomachache or he had a bad day at work or whatever it is. There are so many ways in which we try to read minds and understand each other and be understood without actually communicating it and saying it. Doesn't work that well. People can't read minds. So keeping that in mind again is really a helpful piece of the communication to remember, oh, I should say this instead of
Yeah.
just assuming.
I
I just like to underscore that empathy, I think, is at the bottom of everything, right? If I care about you and what hurts you hurts me, and what's important to you is important to me, we have a relationship. And if we don't, then we don't. So, this book is designed to guide people towards expressing that effectively. And I just think that's where relationship comes from.